Hi YouTube, it's Chatty Cathy again. Good evening. So, we're going to do a segment on hygiene and how important all this stuff here is good for you and your body, and to have good hygiene is real important. Remember what I was talking about? I showed you the first aid kit, and I showed you all those medicines and all that stuff, and all the reasons why it was good for you and how it can help you and whatever. And then some of that stuff I told you, if you had good hygiene, then you didn't have to worry about having to use that medicine. So, preventative, it's the key word. We have good hygiene, then it prevents us from getting sick or getting infections and all that other stuff. So practice good hygiene. So I have a whole lot of stuff here to show you that I keep in my bug out bag for hygiene and skincare and whatever to, take care of yourself. It's a lot of stuff. So I'm going to try to go through it real quick. Where to start? There's so much stuff. Okay, so we'll start with teeth care. Remember when I said you take really good care of your teeth? Even if you take real good care of your teeth and you bite into a bone and you crack it, you needed the Orajel. Well, here's some ways that you can take care of your teeth. You need toothpaste. Toothpaste is good. It's got all kinds of good stuff in there to keep your germs and bacteria out of your mouth. And so does Listerine, and so does Scope. I think Listerine's the best. I prefer Listerine. So we have toothpaste, we have Listerine, we have toothbrushes. These little toothbrushes have toothpaste inside them, like a little ball, and you brush your teeth and the ball pops and then it puts the toothpaste in it and you just brush your teeth. Just grab and go. You can keep those too and save the brushes. You need toothbrushes. You need more than one toothbrush. One toothbrush is only going to last you so long. You don't keep your toothbrushes forever at home. It's not like you're probably going to be out in the woods forever, but who knows? You could be out there a couple of years if something crazy happens and you're stuck out there. It's good to have lots of toothbrushes. And dental floss. Dental floss is good. These have the toothpicks in them to keep all that stuff and gunk out of your teeth, out from in between your teeth. To keep your gums clean. The string on the end of it can get in there to your gums and get everything out. That's really good to have. So you need dental floss too. Everybody needs to floss. Oh yeah, and on the toothpick side, where is it? Oh yeah, remember I told you I love Q-tips. I also love toothpicks. I carry toothpicks in my truck all the time because if I have to eat in my truck, I told you I was doing hot shot. So I was in my truck a lot and I was having to eat in my truck. So that just drives you crazy if you don't have a toothpick and you got something stuck in your tooth. So I keep these in my truck all the time. So I have plenty of them for my bug out bag. I'll just go nuts if I got something in my teeth, I can't get it out. I don't know if this is really good hygiene or not or whatever, but it sure makes you look good. Crest white strips. These work really good too. I could stand to use some. Yeah, I need to use these. But it's good. Looks good, makes you feel good. You don't want to be out in the woods dirty and feeling gross and not looking good. If you don't look good, then you don't feel good. If you don't feel good, then you don't perform well on whatever you do. That's just in life in general. And while we're on the mouth part, chapstick. Chapstick's just good. Good stuff. Helps keep your lips moisturized so they don't get cracked. Because if they get cracked, then they're open. And if they're open, then they can get sores. And then you have to use the medicine. And we're trying to keep from having to use the medicine by practicing good hygiene. Knives. Remember I told you I love knives? Knives are good for all kinds of reasons. You can clean your fingernails, keep your nails clean, because you don't want all that nasty stuff under there. It can make you sick. I mean, you touch your face, you touch your food, you touch your mouth, whatever. So, yeah, a knife's good. Keep your nails clean. And whatever else. If it's sharp enough, you could probably even shave with it. Who knows? So, always keep a knife in every one of your bags. And then this is really cute. It looks like it's pearl. It's another grooming kit. File, nails, stuff to keep your nails clean. You can cut fishing line with the clippers. There's all kinds of purposes. Oh yeah, remember I showed you those cotton balls on the other one for the fire starting? You can use your tweezers to get the cotton balls out of there so you don't have all that Vaseline all over your fingers and your hands, because then whenever you make that spark, you don't want your hands to get on fire. So use the tweezers to get the cotton balls out. Safety first. Also, since we're talking about the face, we just did the mouth thing. We'll continue with the face with, this is makeup removers. It's not like you're really going to be wearing that much makeup out there, but if you're anything like me, you're going to have your makeup bag, you know, I don't know. If I was stuck out there in the woods and I needed somebody to come save me, maybe they'd save me if I looked prettier and if I smelled good and I was well groomed. Took care, they might save me first. So, yeah, I'm going to have my makeup, so I'm going to keep my makeup, my face washes, keep my face clean. Thought I had some more face cleaning stuff. Oh, well, the Purell wipes for your hands and face. That's also for your face. It's also for your hands. Keep germs off your hands, because your hands touch everything. And if you got germs all over your hands and you're touching everything, then you're contaminating everything, and then you can make you sick and you can make anybody sick that you're cooking for or that's there with you. You don't want to make anybody sick. You don't want it to be your fault if, you know, something happens to somebody because you were filthy and dirty and didn't stay clean. So it's important. These are life-saving things. This is survival stuff. All of this stuff is important. While we're on the face part and on that, remember I told you about Q-tips? I love to clean my ears like 4 or 5 times a day. So you need plenty of Q-tips. So in my bug out bag, I don't know about you, but me, I have lots and plenty of Q-tips. Plenty of them. And I keep this one in my purse and I refill it when I need it. So lots of Q-tips. Keep your ears clean so you don't get ear infections. Yeah. You can even spray peroxide, which we also have, is a good peroxide is a topical antiseptic. Yeah, it's an antiseptic, so it's good for killing germs and bacteria and stuff. You can spray that in your ears and turn your head sideways and let it bubble and get all that stuff out of there, all the germs and bacteria out of there, and then use your Q-tips, clean it out. So peroxide's good for that, and your cuts and scrapes and, you know, whatever else you got going on. And your alcohol, since we're talking about the peroxide, then we'll talk about the alcohol. Have alcohol bottles. You can get these at Family Dollar for $1. So you can imagine I got a ton of these, like everywhere. It's only $1. That's a pretty good deal. Oh yeah, I also keep some Q-tips in here. So it's waterproof. You can use these little match things, because remember I told you it has that little rubber thing on there? You can take your matches out if you want to put them in something else. Like sometimes I use the Altoids cans or something else. Cause oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you about those matches. Those matches are like you can even if it's damp, then they'll still strike. I think the big ones. I think they're all like that. You can still strike them even if it's damp. So I put my Q-tips in here because, you know, Lord forbid a hole gets in here and then moisture gets in it. And if moisture's in there, then bacteria is in there. And then even though you're spraying peroxide in your ears to kill the bacteria, if you stick a dirty Q-tip in there, then it's defeating the purpose, because then you're putting dirty Q-tips in your ears and you're just introducing more bacteria in your ears and you get ear infection. I had an ear infection a couple months ago. It was horrible. It was like, I don't even want to talk about it. It's so gross. It was in this year. It started this year, and it was like, just like that, super, super fast. It got bad, bad, bad. And then my whole head and my face, my jaw, everything was like swelled up. It wasn't like disgusting, but it hurt really bad. It felt like people were, like somebody was stabbing me in my ears like every 2 minutes. I felt like someone stabbing me with a whole bunch of needles in my ears. So you don't want an ear infection. Ear infections are, you know, that's a big deal. That hurts. And it gets in your teeth, your jaw hurts, your head hurts. And any infection that's, you know, up around here or whatever is really dangerous because your heart's right here. I mean, I know maybe it doesn't sound like I know what I'm talking about most of the time, and half the time I don't. But I do know that any infection that you have in your face region, your head, can get to your heart really quick because your heart's like right here. And you got those jugulars. So it's like real rapid, real quick, just like if you have a tooth infection. Like that can spread really fast. You don't want infection in your heart because I think it can like take you out just like that. So Q-tips, they're dry, no bacteria, they're good. Use it with the peroxide. That's good hygiene, and it keeps you from getting sick. So the saline solution, while we're on the face again, the saline nasal spray. It, the salt, the saline in it, like if you have sinus problems or a runny nose or, you know, like stuff inside your sinuses, snot and whatever, then of course blow your nose, but this helps dry it out. And if you can keep it dried out and keep your nose and your sinuses clean, then you don't have to worry about it building and building and causing infection. So keep your nose clean, people. Keep your nose clean. I know you've probably heard about that too. So while we're on the face thing, I got shampoo. And you know, you get these little shampoos on sale. I mean, they don't even have to be on sale because they're so cheap. Like $1, whatever, like at Walmart. You can buy a couple of them, buy some later. Just keep building up, and you have lots of shampoo. And then cotton balls. I don't know, cotton is, you can clean all kinds of stuff with cotton. So Altoids cans again, multi-purpose. After you freshen your breath and you're done using all of them, then you can put stuff in here. And it's lightweight. You can put lots of stuff in there. I had Q-tips in there once. When I changed my mind and stuck them in those other things. Next. So you have that. And if you're out there doing things and you're working hard, or you're in the mud or dirt or in the water, cleaning fish, there you go, cleaning fish, or a deer you just shot, or squirrels or whatever, and you got all this hair, you don't want your hair to get nasty and filthy and get like if it's all over here and it's in the way and you're cleaning fish, and then that stuff gets on your hair. I mean, yeah, we have shampoo, but you don't want to use all your shampoo washing fish stuff and blood and guts and stuff out of your ears. So these hair ties, you just put your hair up in a bun, get it out of the way. Somebody taught me how to make good buns. So you can put your hair in a bun, keep your hair out of the way, and then you don't get like blood and fish slime and guts and stuff like that all in your hair, and bacteria and all that other stuff. You just don't want any bacteria anywhere, whether it's in your hair, your hands, your face, your mouth, anywhere on your body. So speaking of our body, we have lots of soap. Ivory, like I showed you earlier, we got tons of bars of soap. Soap is cheap. It's a little heavy, so you don't want to put too many in your bag, but keep soap. You know, that keeps your body clean, keeps bacteria and germs, stuff like that, washes it all off. That's good. Keep your soap. And then you want to keep your skin conditioned, so you also want some lotion. Vitamin E preferably. Vitamin E keeps your skin soft and keeps it from drying and cracking. And if it's not drying and cracking, then you don't have to worry about it being open and introducing bacteria to it, which could cause an infection. All of this stuff is preventative methods, different kinds of hygiene, skincare, whatever, to keep you from getting sick, so you don't have to go to that first aid kit and use all that stuff in there. You want to keep your first aid kit as full and of medicine, just in case something does happen, then you have it. But that's good. Keep your skin good and all that. And hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. I mean, I know that it seems like it's a whole bunch of stuff, like, well, you have soap. What do you need hand sanitizer for? Well, soap doesn't have alcohol in it. Hand sanitizer does have alcohol in it. I don't know. Why don't just go ahead and have everything? Have soap, have hand sanitizer. Soap smells good anyway. Ivory smells good. I don't know. I want to smell good. I don't want to stink out there. So you can have different kinds of cleaning stuff, and it doesn't cost much. If you want hand sanitizer, because it's more logical, because it has alcohol in it, get hand sanitizer first. Later, get you some bar soap. Just, you can build onto it. Start with something little, the most important things that you think you need first, and then build onto that. Just put some extras in there. Also, I'm talking about, you don't want to stink, then we have deodorant. Deodorant keeps your underarms dry, like when you're sweating. I don't know if bacteria grows in your underarms, but it's hot. If it's hot outside and you're sweating, and I'm sure moisture and heat can cause bacteria to grow, because I think that's what makes bacteria grow, is moisture and heat. And bacteria is like super tiny, you can't even see it. So I mean, I think deodorant's good hygiene to keep you from getting sick. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it makes sense to me. Anyway, and just like the skincare thing, you want to stay dry. Like the deodorant, you want to stay dry so you don't introduce bacteria. There's like some really hot spots in your body. So under your arms, under your breast, down there, back there. That's a lot of heat there. And like I said, heat, and then if you're moisture and all that other stuff, then that powder will come in handy too. I don't know. I guess you could rub deodorant in those spots or whatever, but why do that? I mean, it goes under your armpit. You don't really want what you're putting under your armpit going to these other places. So that's where this Johnson's baby powder comes in handy. I think the cornstarch is even better because the cornstarch dries things out better, keeps things dry better. I think that's better than regular powder, cornstarch powder. So you can get these really cheap too. I don't remember how much, but you can get the powder really cheap. And that keeps things dry, keeps bacteria from growing. Good hygiene. While we're talking about spots back there and there, you want to keep those clean too. So these came out of the MREs. I think it was Hurricane Ike or Rita or something. I don't know. I had some friends send me a whole bunch of these because they had a whole lot. I don't remember what hurricane it was. They sent me a whole bunch of these. It's toilet paper. It came in their MREs. So here's some toilet paper. You can take the middle part out of the toilet paper. I think this is Scott. Scott's real good. It's soft. You just roll it up real tight. It doesn't take up much space and it's super, super light. So keep those spots there dry and clean because Lord knows bacteria gets in those spots. It's pretty nasty. All kinds. I don't know what you can get. And you probably have to have antibiotics or something to get rid of whatever if you don't keep your private spots clean. Then yeah, and you can get stuff. And remember, I told you probably just can't go around the corner or down the road, go to the doctor. So keep them clean. You don't want to use a leaf or just whatever you have or newspaper or something. That's not good, especially for girls. Girls really need to keep their stuff. You know, guys too, but I don't know, girls. So we have the powder and the soap and the toilet paper and all of that. And this is just something extra. You don't have to have it, but I like to have it. It's the Gojo scrubbing towels. Yeah, see the scrubbing towels. These are good. They're really tiny. You have a whole bunch of them. It's help keep your hands clean, basically. And this Corn Huskers lotion is real good for dry skin, like your elbows and your feet and your hands. Like, it keeps them from cracking. It keeps them moisturized. That's what I was told anyway. It's real thick. So I was told that it was good to keep your hands and your feet, your elbows and stuff conditioned and stuff, so moisture, so that it doesn't crack. It keeps it from cracking, basically. Because if you have cracks in your skin and in your feet and stuff, then they open up and then bacteria can get in there, and then that can cause sores and infections. And that's seems to me to be kind of a big deal for me about not getting infections. Well, it is for everybody, really. Nobody wants to get infections and nobody wants to get sick. So it's all preventative measures. That's why we have all of this hygiene and cleaning stuff. It's a purpose for it all. And then iodine. We got iodine. This stuff is really cheap too. This is from, it's called Walgreens. Well at Walgreens iodine. It's really cheap. It helps prevent infection. See, infection's a big word. I know it sounds disgusting, but it is a fact of life. So it helps prevent infection from burns, which you could get, you know, Well, anyway, you get burns. On a fire, you might fall. You might burn your hand. All kinds of accidents can happen. Cuts and scrapes and minor skin wounds. Iodine's good. You know, the hospitals use that stuff. I think they even use it like surgical to clean you and stuff. Or they use betadine or something. But either way, I think this is good stuff. It helps keep you from getting infections. Gosh, how many times did I say that? So, Epsom salt. It's a foot soak. So, it's good. It's not only good, it has natural magnesium sulfate crystals with added fragrance. I know the fragrance isn't necessary, but it's got all this other stuff. So it relieves for tired feet from standing, running, and overexertion. Rejuvenates and restores. Soothes minor aches and pains. But somebody was telling me that it was good for something else. I can't remember what it is. If you know what this is good for, to keep you to have good hygiene and keep you from getting sick or whatever. I can't remember, but I know this was part of the hygiene thing. So if you can know what this is good for hygiene or something, if you could comment and on the video for me, let me know, remind me, because I forgot. And then remember we was talking about the socks and getting wet, you know, getting in the wet puddles and your socks and your boots and everything getting wet, and then talking about not having to use the not the antifungal, which it is antifungal. Oh, the athlete's foot stuff. You don't want to get athlete's foot. Remember I was telling you that you probably don't have a bunch of pair of socks, you don't have a bunch of pair of shoes or whatever. But if you were me, then you wouldn't have to worry about having dirty socks, because I keep these in my bug out bags. It's Tide Simply Clean and Fresh. It's laundry detergent. You can wash your sock. This is a lot of soap in here. It's 36 ounce. I only paid $1 for this at Family Dollar. So I bought like a ton of them. And like I said, I have a whole bunch of bags, so I just put a couple in this bag and a couple in that bag and whatever. So you can wash your socks over and over and over. Always keep a few pairs of socks in your bug out bag. That way, when you get rid of one pair, then you have another clean pair, and then when you're wearing those pairs, then you can wash the other ones in your Tide detergent and get them clean. And then while those are drying, then you have another pair, and so on. You just keep circulating them. Is that the right word? Yeah, you keep circulating. Then you always have clean socks. Socks are light. They're not heavy, and they don't take up much space. You can just stuff them anywhere in your bag. It's good to have a few pairs of socks, because you want socks. You want clean socks. You don't want athlete's foot. And you don't want to have to use that athlete's foot cream. I think we got everything. That's everything I have for hygiene. If you could think of anything else that I could put in my bag or my bags for hygiene, then please comment and let me know what else I can add. I'm sure I've missed stuff. I'm sure I miss a lot of stuff and a lot of things. Like there's a whole lot of first aid stuff that I hadn't showed y'all yet, that I hadn't got to. I still have a whole bunch of other stuff. But if there's anything that you see that I've missed, because I think I got all of the hygiene stuff that I could use for my bug out bag, then I'd surely appreciate it. Be very helpful. So, cheers to you, YouTube. See you later, alligators.